In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the trail elbow in your backswing and your downswing, and I'm going to show you a really simple exercise. Just skimming a ball or skimming a stone is going to give you the correct feels for that movement. Make sure you check this video out. Welcome back to the TruGolf Academy. You've joined me, Jon Watts, today at Branston Golf and Country Club. Today's video is all going to be about the trail arm, and we're going to keep today's video relatively simple, even though this could be thought of as a technical area. And I'm going to break it down into another sporting movement or another action that we've all perhaps done by the seaside or the lake, skimming a stone, or could be a throwing ball movement, but from almost a side-on action here. Focusing on this trail arm movement. So my trail arm is just the one that's furthest away from the target, and if we can control what the elbow is doing, it can really help us with lots of different areas, sequencing our downswing, holding the lag, improving contact, creating extension. This one part actually holds the key to really a lot of different swing faults and fixes all at the same time. So what we want to see, I'm going to jump straight into it. In the backswing movement, what do we want the trail arm to do? We want it to fold, okay? So the trail arm is folding, and if I was going to throw this ball or skim this stone across the lake, if you imagine here, my arm is folding. I wouldn't want my arm to be straight because I'm not going to generate speed from there. I want to allow another lever, so I want that arm to bend. And I want the wrist to be in a position where the ball is actually almost further behind my forearm, okay? So it means we're supinating our right palm, which is just, it's pointing more up towards the sky. It creates this angle in our wrist, so some extension in our trail wrist here. And we actually want to hold that angle a little bit longer in the downswing. So the backswing movement is a fold of the trail arm, and a real power movement, if I was going to skim this stone, this ball a long way, would be to make sure my wrist was in this sort of position. You could think of it as a waiter position here, holding some plates. And I have done a video talking about the backswing and that waiter position. I will put a link just up here that's well worth checking out. While we're on the subject, if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing to my channel. At least 2 instructional videos a week, every Tuesday and Thursday, as well as some Saturday specials through the season. If you click the subscribe button and then hit that little bell icon, you just get notified when every new video goes live. So backswing movement. My trail arm is folded and my wrist is in this waiter position. The ball, my fingertips are as far behind my wrist as I can get them. What do I want to do on the downswing? I want to feel like my elbow stays in front of my wrist. I wouldn't want my arm, my elbow, my wrist to catch up with my arm. And I see that often because players' arms are actually moving outwards rather than moving down and in front of them. So my elbow there is leading my wrist, and that's a big power source. I can feel that pent up speed and energy that I can now release at the right point, not here. Okay, so this is very relevant for the golf swing. My elbow is staying ahead of my wrist, and then I want to reach full extension of my trail arm just post impact, the same way I would throwing this ball or skimming a stone. So backswing movement, the elbow folds, and I've got this waiter position with my right palm here, okay? We're creating this correct wrist angle. I want my elbow to stay ahead of my wrist, and I want to extend my arm at the correct point. Let's give it a go. So that's the movement on the backswing. Elbow staying ahead of wrist and extend. Okay, so I just get that sensation of what that trail arm is doing before we grab a golf club and try and feel very much the same movement. The trail arm folds down, that waiter position with the right palm. My elbow is staying in front of my hip, and you can see slightly ahead of my wrist. And my arm is reaching full extension just post impact. So this covers a lot. This is backswing movement, downswing, but you can see I'd be holding those angles, that lag for maximum speed at impact, and that's exactly what we want to see. So go ahead and try and put that into a golf swing feel. elbow folds. You can see my waiter position with my right palm. That gives me my lovely flat left wrist. Elbow stays in front of me. Arm reaches full extension just post impact. So if you're struggling with any part of that right arm, trail arm movement, this is going to be a fantastic drill for you. Just to go ahead, throw some balls, skim some stones against the wall at the back wall of the house, just with some foam balls, something along those lines, before picking up a golf club, before then actually putting that into a movement. Let me go ahead and try and hit one. One rehearsal. Arm folds down, waiter position. Elbow is in front of me. Arm is reaching full extension. I'm not expecting you to think about it, but rehearse the move and then go ahead and pull the trigger. Now really got that sensation, you'll have perhaps seen more from this angle, of what that arm was doing, folding nicely here, staying in front of me and extending just into and post impact. Exactly that I want to see to really create some maximum speed. That strike felt fantastic. And I really got that sensation, especially on the backswing movement, of what my trail arm was doing. The downswing, obviously, it's happening quite quickly. I'd encourage you to look at it on video, but I'd have done these drills and these exercises first to know what that trail arm is doing in your backswing and downswing. If that video has helped, make sure you hit the thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel to make sure you never miss a video again. Cheers, guys. We'll see you soon.